I just heard the craziest news. Apparently Brewster is coming to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm super glad that I can give you up-to-date information about this game. I'm definitely the first to tell you that Brewster is coming. And I heard from Nintendo themselves that the only way that you can get Brewster is if you build a cafe for him right outside of the museum. So make sure you like and subscribe if you want this up-to-date insider information about the game. Let's jump right on into our summoning of Brewster, shall we? Like I said, you are legally required to build this cafe for Brewster right outside of the museum, and the only space right in front of my museum happens to be on the beach, and we love a good beach build. Y'all like to neglect your beaches. Couldn't be me, can't relate. I love my beaches. So we're gonna be building on the beach. The first thing that I do is I put down this brick pathing. The way that I like to place my brick pathing is by scattering around the end pieces of the bricks, and then I just fill in the spaces. I also decided to put a bike up right in front of the museum because I had it in my pocket and I needed to clear space in my pocket to pick up the palm trees. So I just put it right in front of the museum. I don't know, maybe Brewster bikes to work every single day. I don't know. I haven't met him yet. If I'm being completely honest with you, I never got far enough in New Leaf to meet Brewster. I have been very excited about the prospect of Brewster in New Horizons. Everybody else's excitement for Brewster, even before he was announced, I joined in on that because clearly everybody loves him, so I'm gonna love him too. But I never personally met him, so I'm very excited to get to know him when he comes to my island. I'm just filling in this whole entire beach area with brick, and then I put the palm trees back down just to kind of fill in the space a little bit, add some height to the area so it doesn't look so flat. And then we got to putting down the beautiful furniture items. So at first I wanted the little coffee bar area to be off to the left because I was looking at the screenshots from the like blurry background in the direct of the cafe, and then also I looked up pictures of the cafe from New Leaf, and the coffee bar in those was off to the left, so I wanted my coffee bar to be off to the left, but eventually I moved it over to the right because it didn't fit very well, and I realized that it covered up the Pride Parade area, which I didn't want. Obviously that has to be showcased, and I think I might turn that into like a seasonal kind of area. It might turn into a Halloween thing soon. I don't know. But either way, I wanted it to be seen, and since I put bookshelves, you couldn't really see it very well. I do just end up shifting it over, and as you can see, I put fencing over to the left there. I was gonna make that a little storage area because I didn't know what to do when the coffee bar was over there, but I decided that I didn't like that. So don't worry, it's gonna change. I really wanted to try to incorporate those simple panels, but Nintendo likes to make us suffer, and the wood colors don't match, so they don't get incorporated into the build. And plus they looked a little bit out of place anyway because they are boba, and I was thinking about replacing them with a coffee design, but it doesn't matter anymore, so I don't even have to do that because I don't have them in the build. I don't know if there's a stove in the roost in New Leaf, but in the picture it looked like there was, and I had a stovetop espresso maker, and so I thought that it would be cute to have the stove back behind the coffee bar. Maybe we make little desserts. I do put down the Berliners later, you'll see. You have to bake those, and how are you gonna bake those if you don't have an oven? You're not, so you need an oven. So I put an oven with a stove on the top, as most ovens have, and we finished the little coffee bar area. How cute does that look? I'm just putting down some little coffee details, and then over to the side here I'm putting a table with some couches. Again, I looked at the pictures from the direct, or the one picture from the direct, and there were like green couches and a brown table, and so naturally I was like, I want that to be my my cafe. I'm stealing that idea, so I did that. I put green couches and the brown antique table. I wanted to be able to sit on at least one of the couches, and so I just pushed the table down a little bit, and so you can't really tell that the couch in the back of the build on the far end of the table is pushed back, but you can sit on that couch, but you can't really tell that there's empty space in between the table and the couch. So pro tip. Over here I wanted to put just a little seating area all on its own, and so I put down that table with a lamp, and then I put the rat bat chair. You know the one. I put that there so you can sit there and be all cozy and be your little loner self, you know? That's where Jughead would sit. Jughead from Riverdale, if he came to this cafe. I don't want him coming to this cafe. I have beef with him. He's actually banned preemptively, but if he wasn't, he could sit there. Anyway, here I am just placing down the little coffee items, you know, cafe items, food, drink, etc. I wanted to put a little fireplace over here. I think it's a wood burning stove is what that's called. That is my favorite item to put outside. I know that I haven't put it in many builds, if any. I don't think I've had it in any build so far, but it's my favorite item because why is it so long? It just keeps going. It just looks like it never ends, and it's so funny. Did anybody else, when they were a kid, when they were like rolling up their windows in the car and the window would get rolled up all the way and you would just keep holding it and you would just imagine that the window just kept going up and up and up into the sky if you just kept holding the window switch? Did anybody else do that, or was that just a me thing? Because that's what that wood burning stove makes me think of. That's what I imagined the windows looked like. Anyway, I put down those stools because again, I looked at pictures from New Leaf and there were red stools, so I stole that idea. And I really wanted to incorporate the stereo, so I decided to put it right over here and make its own little music area. I put the radio down and I turned on Welcome Horizons because welcome Brewster to Horizons. I mean, obviously he's only gonna come if you play that song for him. And then I put down one of the floor seats and I also put down a ukulele so you can strum along. The only people who hang out in coffee shops also play the ukulele. I am one of those people. So I put the ukulele down as well, and I thought that was cute. You just have your own little area where you can hang out. Over in this area, I put some boxes to indicate that Brewster is moving in, and he's still in the process of unpacking, and that's okay. He can take his time. And lastly, up at the top here, I needed to do something with those bushes, so I ripped them up from the ground, and then I decided that I needed a little bit of height right there. It just looked a little bit empty, so I put jail bars, and then I put a serving cart with a little tea cozy, and I thought that looked so cute. It fit in perfectly, and it looks so good from the background. And lastly, I put a little trash can, and then we're done. So let's go check out the finished build. I'm so excited about this build. I'm super happy with how it turned out. So it's located pretty much directly to the right of the entrance, and you can come over here, and right now with the Pride Parade where you sit, you have a cute little view of the parade and you're like situated right underneath the arch. It's so cute. Off to the right of the build, you have the coffee bar, and as I was making some coffee for my villagers, Bo actually came and inquired about the hiring sign. So he's an employee here now. And then down here, you can listen to music, play your ukulele while Bo works on your coffee order. All the way over to the right here, you can enjoy your snacks, cozy up right by the fire as it gets a little chillier outside, and ignore the boxes that Brewster has left all over because he's a little bit of a mess, but that's okay. And that is everything. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I know that everyone is just as excited about Brewster as I am, if not more. I'm sure those of y'all that have met Brewster, know him well, are probably more excited than me, but I'm so happy that we're getting Brewster. Until we can see him in a couple of months, I'm just gonna enjoy my little coffee shop here, my makeshift roost, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!